Alright, so with the recent changes to Galactic Challenge, it's like weird to make videos for it because, I don't know, before it was only like, at first I should say, you can only do about 2 out of the 4 feats. When they had it so, oh, you need to have this new marquee character and have a conquest or episode pass, and then they had 2 other feats that you could do, and it was like, this is ridiculous. So, I thought I wouldn't be making Galactic Challenge videos anymore, but this one, although there's still the complete the battle with an active episode pass, that's just a given. You either buy the thing and you get that feat accomplished, or you don't buy it like me and you just have it sitting there. So, at least the 4 others are actually reasonable, and the reason for that is because, originally they took out Complete the Battle, now they added that back, so that helps, and B, we don't have any new marquee characters right now because of the release of GL Ahsoka, so they don't really have a marquee character for us to have to add as part of the requirements, so instead we have normal requirements. So, even though technically there's no more max crate or anything on this, in the old days, this would have been a max crate. As you can see, I'm on the top tier, and I do have all of the feats met, except for the stupid episode pass thing, but I'm not wasting money on some dumb nonsense like that. So, I figured I'd make a video just to talk about what I did to, relatively speaking, achieve a max crate. Before we get into it, I think there probably are better ways to go about doing it than I did. As I was playing through, I started to think about it, and I was like, oops, I could have did this, I could have did this, but whatever. I'm going to just show you guys the way that I did it, because, well, that's exactly what I did, and I know it works, so I'm not going to come up with theory crafting at this point, because I can't really prove it works, since my feats are already completed, so I just want to at least offer a recap of what I know does work. So, with all that said, let's just get into it now. Before we get started, I'd just like to talk about the modifiers and stuff. So to start, modifiers. Global is rebellious. It is whenever an ally uses a special ability during their turn, call a random other ally to assist. Whenever a character that attacks out of turn, they gain a stack of rebellious, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. And then when to hit 20 stacks of rebellious, they gain an additional 30% offense, and then Rebellious is plus 2% critical chance and critical damage, stacking max 20, which we just learned. Now, our modifier, which for this one, our bonuses are for Jedi, and then obviously you can see it's against droids. I can't say Separatist droids because there's IG-88 hanging out in there, which seems kind of weird. I don't know why they don't put like a B1 or something and just make it a full team of Separatist droids. But anyways, for us, if any enemy buffs are dispelled or expire during a Jedi ally's ability, that Jedi gains advantage for 2 turns and 25% critical damage, stacking until the end of battle. And then their boost is Enemy Protocol Exterminate. That's another one they could have had then. If you're gonna have IG-88, they should have had HK. He's all about being a assassin and stuff. But anyways, droid allies have plus 30% offense. Whenever a droid ally scores a critical hit during their turn, they inflict target lock on target enemy for 2 turns, if that enemy didn't already have it. Whenever a droid ally damages an enemy with target lock, that ally recovers 10% protection. Which I did notice a lot going through this. They kept getting healthy, and I didn't think of the global modifiers. I just thought somebody had like an ability or something that was doing this. But yeah, it was a pain in the cock. I'd have a few of them almost dead, and then the next thing I know, they're like full health again. I'm like, what? But that would be why, I guess. Anyhow, I also didn't go over what the feats were. It was complete the battle. Complete the battle with a full team of Jedi units. Win after evading 10 attacks. And win without using a leader in the leader slot. Under normal circumstances, a Separatist droid team isn't like super difficult to get through. Maybe if they have like, if it's an Omicron team with a Datacron slapped on it as well, it could be a little challenging, but a normal one, not too difficult. But since this is Galactic Challenge, this team's a little bit more beefed up than a standard team, so it was difficult in general. And when it came time for me to try to do this without a leader, I was like, how in the F am I going to do this? But obviously I did it, and we'll get into what I used to get that. So let's get started. I used 3 teams. The first team covered complete the battle and complete the battle with a full team of Jedi. So what I did, for the Jedi was I did... Where's the J's? Jedi. I tried to do it without any GLs, because I always feel like GLs are kind of like cheating, only because they're designed to be way OP and stuff. So I wanted to use characters that were more reasonable, I guess you could say. So what I used was this squad right here. And the whole point of Yoda was I thought I could use Yoda to help me get the evade feat that we have, because he can give everybody foresight. So with giving everybody foresight, that's essentially like evading. But it didn't quite work out, which I guess is fine. I mean, I still get everything else that I needed. Well, those other two. And eventually I did think of another team, which again, we'll get into it. Huh, this is different. I don't think that they went this aggressively the first time around. What in the world is happening right now? Is this like RNG or something? What is happening? That did not happen any of the times that I went. I always had the advantage and went right away. Why are they attacking like crazy now? I hope this is just a weird RNG thing. Nope. Okay, that's better. See what I mean? What happened there? They took 7 million turns last time, and now they just took 1. Alright. Anyways, what I tried to do also is, because Grievous is obviously the leader, and he's kind of strong and a pain in the cock. So what I tried to do is get him out first. One thing that I noticed was kind of happening, I mean, it seems to not be... There we go. But is that, you know how normally he'll, like, force an ally to take a taunt for him so that he survives? It doesn't seem like that happens with this team, so that was kind of cool. Unless my Jedi are just like ignoring taunt or something, I don't know. But otherwise, that was kind of cool to be able to actually just focus on him. As you see, though, he is a little bit of a pain in the butt. Let's just get some foresight, or at least try to get some foresight in everybody. It doesn't matter, because this team was not the team for that, but still can't hurt. You know, at least if he can avoid an attack for a turn, that's always a good thing. And let's get some, hopefully, heavy damage going. Yeah, Grievous is quite a pain in the butt to kill. But then I think once he's out of here, yeah, then it's pretty easy. Look, you got, he's taunting. I want to go after IG over there, because he's like half dead. But that's okay. These guys are just, you know, kind of standard, so we can get through them relatively easily. Are you still taunting? No, good. We can take out him, or not. It's okay, do your thing, and now you're dead. Let's just, taunting again. Okay, mass attack, there we go. I'd prefer to go after Droidica before Droidica rolls up and becomes a pain. Okay, we'll keep missing. Let's just spread this. You know, everybody already had it. That was kind of a waste. Oh, well. Nice. That was exactly what I was hoping for. Get damage on both of them and kill the Droidica at the same time. Boom. So there we go. Obviously, full team of Jedi and complete the battle would have happened right there. I don't know what happened on that first take. That was weird. Now, since I didn't get evade with 10 attacks, I was kind of frustrated, and I tried a whole bunch of alternate options. I put Qui-Gon as the leader, because, you know, anytime you kill an enemy, you gain foresight. Whenever one of your allies dies, you gain foresight. So I was like, okay, that could be a foresight train, plus throw in Master Yoda, and, what's her name? Shakti. Yeah, that didn't work. I think I took out General Skywalker for one of them, so then I traded out Kenobi instead. I said, let me get rid of the tank, then I'll put Skywalker back. Still didn't work. That team was just failing, so then I was like, okay, let me take out Qui-Gon then. Obviously, he must be too weak. Let me put back Luke as my leader, and, yeah, leave everything else the same. That didn't work, so I was like, how the F am I gonna do this? Everything I can think of isn't working. So, what I ended up doing was this team. Galactic, Republic, and I used Jedi Master Kenobi with Yoda, obviously. And then I just put, like, the love triangle, if you will, of Padme, her husband, and his little sex slave. And this ended up working awesomely. There's something in Kenobi's kit, I think, that offers lots of foresight. I don't exactly know what. I mean, I can't really look through these and try to find it, but Here it is. Light side allies recover 40% health and protection and gain foresight and tenacity up for 3 turns. Wow, perfect. So that was hello there? Yeah. So it must be that. Because we constantly had foresight between him, Yoda, and I think Ahsoka's going to move too when she does, like, whoops. When she does her special. I think her special gives only her foresight. Deal physical damage to target enemy. If Kenobi or that is an ally, deal damage again. And if both are allies, deal damage a 3rd time. If the ally, blah, blah, blah. No, I guess not. I don't know. I thought she got foresight just on herself, though. So it wasn't great, but it was still better than nothing. It's another stack of foresight. So anyways, this is the team I ran. I'm not going to redo it because it's just kind of a boring battle to basically watch the same outcome. But this is what I used, and this worked out perfectly for me. Then when it came for no leader, I was like, how am I going to do no leader? And then I was like, oh yeah, just use a GL. I'm trying to stay away from GLs because I don't want to. I feel like it's cheating, but I was like, if it works, why not do it? So the first thing I thought was to use a Leia squad, my Leia squad that I typically use. This is the team I always use. Only, obviously, Leia's in the leader and Drogon's not. So I thought, well, let me switch this up a little. Put Drogon in the leader slot so I have somebody that's not a leader. And I thought Leia would be a good option because she, A, is a pretty strong character to begin with, a good tank, but B, she also, her ultimate allows you to revive fallen allies. So I was thinking, hey, you never know, maybe I'll get kind of far-ish, you know, maybe I'll kill 2 of their enemies, so they, you know what I mean, so there's only 3 enemies left, and say they kill a bunch of mine. Since I don't have a leader ability, maybe everybody's dead except Leia. She goes ultimate, boom, now it's 5 on 3, and now it's like I'm wrecking them. So I thought that that's what could work. Well, the first try that I did on this was just terrible. They wiped me out. I don't think I took a single enemy out. And I was like, okay, this worked fantastically. And I was like, what am I going to do instead? And I was like, oh, I know. Let me just get rid of these tanks then. Because tanks are good for health and defense, but they're not good for hits. You know what I mean? Most tanks don't really hit hard. They can just take damage, which is, well, what you kind of need them for. So I was like, let me put characters instead that actually have damage output. Leia's already a tank, and she's a good tank. We don't need 3 tanks. So I thought, Han, A, right out the gate, he has his shoots first thing, so that's awesome. You know, that gets damage before they can even take a turn. And my Han is a glass cannon. I mean, he hits very hard, but at the same time, he has terrible health and defense, or I don't know, he just dies quickly, which sucks, but he hits hard when he's there. And then Captain Rex. Obviously, everybody knows Captain Rex is good. So, this is kind of how this went for me. I'll try to reenact what I did. I think, if I'm not mistaken, actually, yes, this was the same output that I had the first time. Those 3 were under stealth, so I couldn't go after Grievous if I wanted to. But instead of going after Magna Guard, I think I went after him. And the reason for that is because I thought he was probably weaker than Magna Guard, so it would be a little bit easier to take him out. So, I don't know which move I'm going to do here, but it doesn't really matter. I'll choose her second special. Good, took 1 out. That's great. He's taunting. I was going to go after Magna Guard anyways, but he's taunting, so that's fine. Oh, see? There he goes. Han. Same as last time. Like, he basically only got his initial move off, and then he was just dead. But as long as this goes like it did the last time, we'll be fine. I mean, it got pretty tight towards the end. I ended up with just Rex and... I never got to use Drogon. He died too soon, so this will be different. But last time I did this, it got down to Rex and Leia. And I came super close to being able to get her ultimate. I was like, awesome. I thought it was going to happen, and it didn't. Well, that's bad. We didn't lose Rex last time. But anyways, as I was saying, I thought I got super close to being able to use her ultimate last time, and it just didn't happen. Good. So even though I have a different outcome here, at least we have Grievous dead. He's the problem. Is she going to be able to go ultimate? I'm going to put this on him just to protect her. Oh, there it is. Same as last time. I went ultimate and killed him at the same time. So I got a different ally. Last time it was me and Rex. Now it's me and R2. That's funny. But, obviously, there was no leader in the leader slot. So, that would have worked again. Anyhow, so like I was saying, how some of this could have been done differently. Like I used 3 teams. You probably could do it in 2, maybe even 1 team to get it all. I don't know, because maybe if you use a General Kenobi squad, you might be able to still get all that. Like, what if I put Cat as the leader, and then put him, and then put Yoda, and then put, it would have to be all Jedi, right? Oh, she's not a Jedi. Okay, so that wouldn't work. But still, I'm just wondering, though, if there's somebody else that you could do. It's actually difficult, because don't all Jedis have leader abilities? So I can't really put anybody. I don't know. But you could probably still trim back the battles. Maybe you'd still need to do 2 battles just because of the leader ability. I think all the Jedi have a leader ability. Or at least Jedis are going to use. You know, like Jedi Knight Guardian might not have a leader ability, but she sucks. You're not going to use her anyways. But anyways, yeah. So you could probably use something like this and get the Jedi and the Foresight, actually. Yeah. Do something like this, and no Cat, but do let's throw him in there, I guess, and then put him in Snips. Like, this might be sufficient enough that you obviously would get a full team of Jedi, and probably be able to get the Foresight still. So that would combine those 2 instead of separate battles, and then you just have to do it with no leader. But regardless, like I said, I was just going to show you exactly what I did. That way then, you know, I'm giving you a proper recap instead of theory crafting, and I can't even prove my theory crafts work. But, yeah, I guess that's all I got. I just wanted to cover this one because I felt like, well, I guess you kinda can. So, yeah, thanks for checking this out with me, and until next time, I said see ya.